Say hello to the bad guy. Bad guy. Say hello to the bad guy. Bad guy. Say hello to the bad guy. They hating on me like it's giving them a cash prize. Say hello to the bad guy. Bad guy. Say hello to the bad guy. Bad guy. Say hello to the bad guy. They hating on me like it's giving them a cash prize.
It's your boy Red Pill Thanos, man. Coming to you live and direct from Planet Logic. And today, we're gonna do a little review on how toxic parenting can be detrimental. Now, this is gonna be a clip from the show Iyanla Fix My Life. And it's from a few years ago. Singer-songwriter Kevin McCall, I don't know if y'all know him. I believe he has his children are with the supermodel actress Eva. And he has a very long history of being violent and, aggressive and things like that. So we're gonna dive into him talking to the source of where that violence and anger came from. And it's actually gonna be his mother. So let's go ahead and take a look into this.
I don't have to come around her, so why you need a restraining order?
Because you frightened her.
Does that give her the right to try to manipulate the system?
No, that gives her a right to protect herself.
Yeah, but I'm not a threat.
She felt threatened. No. I want you to use your tools. I want you to take a breath. This is not an attack. This is a moment of truth.
Alright, so right off the jump, it looks like his own mother got a restraining order on him because, like I said, he has a history of being violent and aggressive and things like that. I think he's going through a custody battle with his baby moms now. I believe he was online talking some wild shit too, or he's done some aggressive things in the past, in the recent past as well. So, violent guy acts on his emotions. We know how that goes. But let's get into this further and see what he says about the moment of truth.
Your mother was afraid of you because of your inappropriate behavior.
I learned the behavior from her and my dad.
Now we're having a conversation. Now we're gonna have a conversation. Talk to your mother.
I learned when you get mad to go off and curse people out and throw things and do stuff like that if people are doing you wrong.
How'd you learn that?
I saw you do it to Dad. And I remember one time you threw a knife at him. And it went past my face and went in the door.
Okay, first and foremost, yo, that's wild. Alright? So he grew up in a 2-parent household. But it was a toxic 2-parent household, as you can see. His mother throwing knives and shit like she's part of the League of Assassins, like she's down with Ra's al Ghul or whatever. Like she throwing knives around, like she a Marvel superhero or some shit. Like I don't know, man. That's wild. And it flew past his face. Okay, he was a kid. Think about that. He said, I learned that when someone makes you upset, that you're supposed to lash out and curse them out. And I learned that from my mom. You see how that's not what we need to be teaching our kids, man. We need to break this cycle. Men, women, we have to do better for these babies. We have to. Because they're gonna grow up like Kevin McCall. Alright? We have to break this cycle. We cannot display these toxic traits in front of these children because they're going to grow up and they're not going to be good people. And we're going to have no one to blame but ourselves. We got to do better, man.
And Gardena, you don't remember throwing the knife at Dad?
I remember throwing the knife at the door. If I wanted to hit your dad, I would have hit him. I purposely threw it at the door. And that was 20 years ago.
And he was a child, and he learned violence and inappropriate behavior from you and his father. How does it make you feel to hear your son say you and his father taught him inappropriate expressions of anger. You don't have to justify or rationalize it. 20 years ago, he was 9. Do you understand how frightened and terrified he was? Mm-hmm. Do you get that? And now, and he couldn't take out an order of protection against you. Mm-hmm. But now you as a grown woman, when he displays what you taught him, you go get an order of protection.
This is why I like watching this show. And I catch it when I can. But Iyanla, she holds everybody accountable. Man, woman, child, everybody gets held accountable. And I like that because everybody must be held accountable. You see how when he was trying to open up to his mother, the first thing she said was, "I didn't throw it at your dad, I threw it at the door." Like, that's justifiable. You still flung a fucking knife in front of your kid. Like, Then she says that was 20 years ago. Okay, he was still a kid. Like, come on, man. 20 years ago was 9/11. Are we supposed to forget that? Come on, man. Oh, that was 20 years ago. You're supposed to get over it. What? It's ridiculous, man. I was 9 years old when 9/11 happened. I still vividly remember it. I was in New York. Am I supposed to forget that? Shit is crazy, man. But I like how Iyanla checked her. Like, your son is showing the behavior that you taught him, and now you flip the script on him and get a restraining order on him when he's just doing what he was taught. You raised him that way. You and his father raised him that way. And now y'all don't want to deal with it? Nah, you reap what you sow, baby. You reap what you sow.
Tell him how it makes you feel when you hear him say, "You taught me that."
It makes me feel that you are focusing on me before my growth.
Yeah, amen.
Yes, I was angry, but I know I get angry. I did something about it. I got a relationship with the Lord. I read books. I learned what triggers my anger, and I learned coping skills to help me to diffuse. So I don't go off like that.
Yeah, you don't go off like that now, but you did. And if you found coping mechanisms to help with that, why didn't you instill that into your child? See, a lot of us as parents, man, sometimes we forget that they're watching us. They watch our every move. And you have to set an example with everything you do, a good example for them to see. So if you spent most of his childhood being toxic and angry, and then you found a way to deal with it, why was that not taught to him? Maybe that would have helped. And I'm not condoning his actions. Because like I said, he has a violent past. So I'm not condoning his actions because he's a grown man. At this point, I think when this clip was done, he was about 30 years old. At that point, he should have found a way to, cope with it and everything like that. You're 30 years old. You have nobody to blame but yourself. But this is the start. Him being able to confront the root cause of him acting like that is big. I mean, now obviously I don't know if it worked because he's still going through issues, but that's neither here nor there. I just wanted to highlight that as parents, we have to do better. Everybody, man, women, we gotta do better for these babies. It's imperative that we do. They are the future. We have to do better for them.
I've grown, but I do regret that you saw that. So
Please forgive me
please forgive me
for the behavior I demonstrated
for the behavior I demonstrated
that taught you
it
was okay
okay
to express anger
to express anger
inappropriately.
That's a damn shame. She had to guide her through how to properly apologize, which leads me to believe that there's still some toxic traits in her that she don't want to open up to. That apology should have came from the heart. And you know, he loves his mother. You can see it in his face. He loves his mother. He still holds his mother, you know, high in his life. You could see it in his face. He wants to forgive her. He forgave him mid-apology. It is what it is, man. Like, yo, like I said, we gotta do better. We have to do better, especially in the black community. But that's not even here nor there. I mean everybody. I don't care what your demographic, ethnicity, or race is. Everybody has to do better when it comes to these babies. I don't care if you're winning Parent of the Year awards. You can still do better. We all have to strive to do better for these babies. The world is not a great place right now. We have to do better. Let's get into the last little bit of this, though.
Inappropriate.
That's how you acknowledge. He can't unsee it. He can't unhear it.
Yeah.
Even though it was 20 years ago. Breathe, mama.
I'm breathing.
But I really was just hurt, man. Incredibly hurt, and I felt alone.
I'm so happy that you are here, that you recognize that, and that you are doing something, because now the sorries really have meaning.
I apologize.
Acted on it.
Now I apologize instead of being sorry.
And ask for what?
And I ask for forgiveness.
I forgive you.
It's beautiful. That's beautiful. Everybody taking accountability for their actions. You see that? That was beautiful right there. That's what we need. That's how we become better. We have these tough conversations, and we listen to understand and comprehend, and not listen to react. And we take accountability for what we have done, and then, you know, we go from there. We move on. We strive to be better. Because, like I said, man, these babies are the future. They're the ones that are gonna bring a better tomorrow. So we have to prepare them to do that. But if we keep messing them up in the present, how can they make the future better? I'm just saying, man. Something to think about. This is Red Pill Thanos, man. And I'm signing out.